What if everything you trust as real never existed at all? That sentence should stop you, not philosophically, viscerally. Ribhu is not saying the world is confusing or misleading. He's saying it is like the horns of a hare, something that has never existed, not even briefly. This verse does not comfort the mind. It removes its footings. If you feel resistance, that's the point. Stay with it. Let the claim hang unresolved for a moment. If this kind of uncompromising clarity matters to you, like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and share what you notice as you listen. We assume things exist because we see them, hear them, and react to them. Ribhu asks you to question this habit directly, not later, now. What if seeing does not prove existence? What if hearing does not either? And what if the one who sees and hears is caught in the same misunderstanding? Pause before answering. Look at experience itself, not your ideas about it. Welcome. This is Richard Clarke. Today we look at Chapter 5, Verse 1 from the Song of Ribhu. Nothing you see is what you think it is. All the mobile and immobile world is like the horns of a hare. This, the rare explanation by the grace of the Supreme Shiva, is that of which I will speak now. Listen to this with a concentrated mind. All that is seen as manifold is like the horns of a hare. All that is heard as wondrous is like the horns of a hare. All objects that are seen are like the horns of a hare. The seer, too, is like the horns of a hare. The image of the horns of a hare is deliberate and severe. A hare has never had horns. It just has long floppy ears. This is not illusion in the sense of something mistaken for a while. It points to non-existence. The horns of a hare do not exist. They have never existed. Ribhu is saying the entire moving and unmoving world has no independent reality at all. It does not exist on its own. It depends on awareness for existence. Ribhu includes everything you normally rely on, what you see as many, what you hear and admire, every object you point to, and every experience you value. None of it stands on its own. It all stands in awareness. Then Ribhu goes further. He includes the seer, the one who thinks they are standing apart, observing the world. The seer, too, is placed in the same category, like the horns of a hare. This is not nihilism. Ribhu is not saying nothing appears. He is saying appearance is not the same as reality. What seems to exist does so only as an appearance within awareness. When taken as independently existent, it is as unreal as the horns of a hare. The instruction to listen with a concentrated mind matters. A scattered mind turns this into philosophy. A quiet mind can see the assumption being questioned. The verse does not argue, it points, and the pointing is aimed directly at your certainty about what exists and who you are. For your practice, this verse cuts to the root of identification. You usually feel real because the world feels real to you. Ribhu removes both supports at once. If the world has no independent existence, then your identity as a separate observer also loses its ground. What is real is the one undivided essence, the self. This can feel destabilizing. That's a normal reaction. The habit of relying on appearances runs deep. Ribhu does not soften the teaching. When you stop insisting that appearances must be real, attention naturally turns back to what does not appear and disappear, the awareness in which everything comes and goes, which is always. That shift is not dramatic, it is quiet, but it changes how you relate to everything. What matters is essence, not appearance. You still see the world, you still function, but the sense that reality is divided into inside and outside weakens. What remains is simple awareness, not competing with appearances, not denying them, but not fooled by them either. Appearances have their existence only within awareness. This verse helps end the reflex of taking experience at face value. It invites you to check what is actually present before the mind labels it as real. What is that within yourself? Now, an inquiry. When you look at an object right now, what gives it the sense of being real? Is it the object itself or the awareness in which it appears? Let the image of the horns of a hare do its work. Don't analyze it. Let it loosen your certainty. Sit quietly and notice what does not depend on seeing, hearing, or being someone who sees and hears. That presence does not argue. It does not need proof. Rest there. If this reflection helped clarify something, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and share what you noticed in the comments. Keep turning inward. Namaste.